My name is Kathan and I've been in Black Ops practically since I was a kid. Maybe that's why I wasn't as shocked when the boom happened.
My name is Melody. I'm 27 now. I was only 10 years old when my world was turned upside down.
The powers, that is to say the 5 companies that rule this condemned planet, have been at each other's throats for years. But they're too sneaky for the average Joe to notice. But I'm anything but average. I was kidnapped by Psycho, undone and remade by H.E.A.L.L, captured by Calliope and almost assassinated by Clearsight, and finally taken in by Rarity International. I've seen how the powers work, learned how they think, and I saw that day coming a long ways off. Even so, I almost couldn't believe it when it happened.
I was just a kid when it happened. I was at the playground, not far from home. We were in the 3rd wave of radiation, but even so far from the blast, things were really bad. The playground practically exploded, the cement melted, and when I woke up, somehow, I was still alive. But life was never the same.
I was already a freak before the boom. I was a bloody lab rat for much of my early years. The powers had their lab coats all over me, turning me into what they called a Mater soldier. Surprisingly, they succeeded. To this day, I'm considered one of the deadliest men in the world. And there are blokes out there spitting fire right from their own body.
The boom didn't turn me into a monster, like it did with so many others. I was changed, though. My molecules fused with my surroundings, mainly metals and concrete, giving me the ability to alter my density. But when I first woke up after the boom, I could barely get around. I was so heavy, and had no idea how to control it. Some people I've met since then said they went through the same thing. They said it was like their body was trying to make up its mind about whether or not it was going to accept the changes.
The biggest changes haven't been in people, if you ask me. It's nature that was dealt the biggest blow. Just the other day I saw a squirrel eat a man's hand whole. The thing was as big as a dog.
Everything is more dangerous these days. I'm kind of thankful that I was in the 3rd wave and given this power. It makes me feel, at least, a little safe. But there's not a day that I don't miss the old world. Real food, my parents.
Everything changed after the boom.